Hey guys, Ash here, also known as the HD fan. I'm back today with a brand new video. Do not worry, my couple of videos are still coming. I already took the screenshots of the pictures that I'm going to show the couple when you guys click the video, so you guys know what couple I'm talking about. But I'm thinking about making another new series outside of the couple series and the reasons why this season sucks. Look forward to the top 5 reasons why this season sucks on Total Drama All Stars. Look out for that video coming up very soon. But before I get into today's video, I want to talk about a new series that I want to do. And I want to do a series where I take a TV show that I watched, teen drama show, and I give my thoughts on each character. Now, if I do this with Degrassi, I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. I'm probably gonna only talk about the characters that I really like in Degrassi, because Degrassi has too many characters, and I didn't care about half of them. So I'm probably gonna talk about my favorite, like, characters that I actually like Emma, Manny, Craig, Ellie, Sean, Spinner, Paige. I liked Alex, Maya, Cam, Zig, Miles, like those characters that I could remember. Eli, like I can give you my thoughts on them. But like everyone, no. Bianca, Drew, forgot to mention them. Like I'll give my thoughts on them. The first show that I think I'm gonna do is One Tree Hill, because One Tree Hill is my favorite teen drama show and just my favorite show period in the whole world. So I'm gonna give my thoughts on each character from One Tree Hill. Now let me express what I mean by on every character. I'm only gonna be doing the first generation characters from Lucas to Whitey. After that, no one else is getting talked about. Not Julian, not Haley's fuck ass sisters, not that god Quentin, none of them. Because those characters all suck. There's nothing to talk about. But from Lucas, Peyton, Brooke, Haley, Nathan, Karen, Deb, Dan, Keith, and Whitey, those are the only characters I'm gonna give you my thoughts about. Other than that, you won't hear no one else. So let's get into today's video. So today I'm going to be talking about Total Drama World Tour, giving my review on it. This is the first time I'm watching the show for the second time since quarantine. So technically, like first and second. So I decided to watch this season back. I was considering rewatching it one more time before making this review, but I just figured, let's just get the review over with. If I do decide to rewatch it and give it a second review, then I'll do that. But for right now, let's do mine. Actually, for the third time, if I watch it for the third time, I'll give my review. But right now, let's focus on this right now. So I rewatched season 3, and I still think it is still the best season. Up next to season 1 is the most consistent season, the most just the most consistent, the most character driven season next to season 1. I definitely feel like they lost their groove in season 2 with action, but then they brought it back with World Tour. So I'm just gonna talk about some pros and cons from this season, things that I personally liked and things I personally just didn't like. So let's get into the pros. The pros is I like the concept of the 3 teams. I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's what made the season probably more entertaining to me, was that we got to see 3 teams interacting instead of 2 teams interacting, and just trying to scratch and crawl on how we do the elimination order, how they gonna do the merge, who's gonna win the season. I just like the concept for 3 teams. I like that they decided to make Heather a anti-hero instead of a villain. I like villain Heather, but I like the idea of giving her some, not making her the villain, giving someone else the spotlight. I like the anti-hero Heather. She was still the same. I love Heather. She's like my top 5 favorite character, and I liked her arc in this season. It was very interesting to watch. Another pro, Holly Andro as the villain. He was an amazing villain. He was manipulative. He was sneaky. He was uh, he was very seducing. He was just very calculating and mysterious, coming after everybody, using what he ever had to do, his charm, his brains, his looks to get what he had to do to get by. And I thought he was a great villain. I thought him and Heather were like really kind of like the same person. I think that's kind of like what everybody was like shipping them. I was shipping them. I hated that it took forever for them to be a couple in All Stars, but I definitely understand people were shipping them because they were like really great together. Another pro, I like the character dynamics in this season. I like how we're getting different character interactions. Owen and Noah, Tyler and Alejandro, Alejandro and Owen, Owen and Duncan. Like that was really a friendship that I never really saw before in Total Drama. So I really like those character dynamics. Hell, on some extent, even Gwen and Courtney. Before we're gonna get into that, Heather and Alejandro. Like I really thought those character dynamics were really interesting to me, and I really enjoyed it for what it was because we didn't see much of that in action, or some extent even in Island. We saw some character dynamics, but in Island, it was really just about introducing those characters to us. So I really enjoyed that. Another thing too is that I love the whole world tour concept, them going to different countries, different places to do challenges. I thought that was very creative on the writer's part, and I thought that's what made this season even a lot more entertaining, was doing the whole world tour thing, because action just didn't do it for me. I just felt so disappointed with action. I like the way the episodes were. There were some episodes that were like really a slow burn and like boring, but I like how it was like consistent. Like they stayed consistent on the storylines. They stayed consistent with the characters' motivations and the characters' derailment. Those are the pros to me in this season. And if I am forgetting anything, please let me know in the comments below. But right off the top of my head, I feel like those are like the pros in this season. Let's get into the cons. The first con is the singing. I honestly feel like I don't know what the writers were thinking by having singing me in this season. I thought it was a complete waste of time, and on some extent, it kind of dragged down the episodes. It's like they're singing in the middle of a challenge, and I have to skip the challenge just to get rid of the singing. I don't want to hear any singing. No singing. I'm sorry, but I feel like ever since, I don't know, I guess my Disney Channel days, High School Musical, just watching movies with singing in it has just made me not want to hear any more singing unless I'm watching a music video. But movies, shows, anything that deals with like musicals, I just can't watch it through because of my fucking Disney Channel years. I watched it all my whole fucking life. I just can't anymore. So I thought the singing was just really a terrible touch to this season. I wish they would have had never considered it. The second con, the introduction of this whole Duncan, Gwen, and Courtney love triangle. This, where did this? I don't even know where to begin with this, because this for me is what dragged all three of these characters down in All Stars. This was the downfall for all three of them right here in this very moment. Gwen having feelings for Duncan came out of nowhere, and we all know it. They should have kept her and Duncan as a friendship. Period. If you wanted Duncan and Courtney to break up, you could have broke them up and found someone else for Duncan, not Gwen. I never once shipped him and Gwen. I don't even really ship cartoon characters, but I feel like Duncan and Courtney by far have one of the best dynamics, on some of the best chemistry on the show. They're interesting together. They might not be the most compatible, but they're interesting together. Like their dynamics, their one-liners, the way that they talk to each other, like it feels right. Him and Gwen was just a complete waste of time, and that was just fan service. I don't know what the writers were thinking, but that was just so dumb. I cannot believe in season 3 they considered Duncan and Gwen. I just really hated it. I hated it, hated it, hated it. It made Duncan look a complete jerk. The fact that he just cheated on Courtney out of nowhere without even, the writers not even explaining to us where him and Gwen's feelings came from. It just happened very quickly. I don't know. I really hated it. I really didn't like it. Um, what was that? Okay, con number 3. The downfall of Gwen's character. And I think I could have mentioned this in action, but the downfall of Gwen's character really started happening in this very season. You could tell that she just was not the same character from season 1. They completely forgot how to make her very complex. She just became a complete shadow of herself. Like she just became a complete shadow of who she once was. And this season was a nail in the coffin for, I guess you could say all Stars was a nail in the coffin. But this was the 6 feet deep burial of Gwen before the casket went down the dirt. This was the 6 feet deep of Gwen. They were burying her, they were digging up her grave, and All Stars, the casket went in the dirt. That was the downfall of Gwen. Coming in at number 4, con number 4 is the casting decisions. I honestly did not like the casting decision for this season. I think I hate this casting decision more than I hate season 2 casting decision. Why did they bring back DJ, Lashana? Why was Sierra a character? Tyler and Cody. Why were those characters Bridget? Why were all 6 of those characters in this season? Why would they waste her time with them? Seriously. And I think also the cast decisions. I'm gonna also mention how the teams were set up. I definitely didn't like the fact that Harold and Lindsay were eliminated early on in the season, while Tyler and Noah made it far than them, and Sierra and Cody made it far than them. Sierra and Cody were in the final four. Are you kidding me? If Lindsay deserved to win a season, and Harold, they were their fan favorite characters. And Harold was eliminated in the third episode. That just didn't sit well with me. I was so disgusted that he was eliminated in the third episode. So I didn't like how the way the character casting was, and I didn't like how the way the teams are set up. Because if it was up to me, I would have put Harold and Lindsay on Team Amazon, put Cody and Sierra on Team Victory with DJ, Lashana, and Bridget, and you could put yeah, and you can leave Team Chris is really, really, really hot the same way it is. I think for this scenario, how I'm doing it, you can keep Tyler, but eliminate him early on in the season. Don't have him be on longer than he was. I think Tyler made it to like episode 14. Like, that's ridiculous. And Harold was eliminated in episode 3. Lindsay was eliminated in episode 7. I just didn't sit well with me. I'm sorry. Lashana and DJ are two characters that I never understood why the writers just kept using them. I don't know what it was. They just their characters it was just I didn't like them. I don't like their characters. I didn't want them here. All the characters I just talked about, I don't like any of them. I used to like Cody, and then I realized what do I like about him? He's like such a uninteresting character to me. I don't know what it was about Cody. I just didn't like him. Sierra is annoying as fuck. I don't like Sierra. Tyler's just there, and I just got tired of it. I just got tired of it. Izzy too. I don't know why she was considered either for this season. You could have picked a different character. I was so tired of Izzy and her fucking shenanigans. I was so tired of Owen too. Not gonna keep it a stack. Owen doesn't do any challenges. His character consists of the same thing: fat jokes, fart jokes, and then he doesn't do any challenges. I mean, think about it. Every season that Owen was in, he never did a challenge. Everyone else did a challenge except for him. He just got by because of the team, but Owen doesn't do any challenges. So that's that. That's kind of for the casting decisions in the teams. Okay, here's con number 5. Bringing Blaine Lee into the show instead of bringing back another character. This is a complete waste of time to me. I feel like if you want to bring a character back to fill up that spot, it should have been Gwen. I think bringing Gwen back would have made a lot more sense for the storyline at the time. Why the hell would you bring Blaine Lee back just to eliminate her in the same episode? That didn't make any sense to me. I hate when they do things like that. They did it in season 1 with Eva. And it's just like, if you're going to waste someone's time, they did it in season 2 too with Owen. I feel like if you're going to do that, can you just not bring them back at all? Like, just don't do it. I thought that was a complete waste of elimination, a complete waste of a character um, decision. You could have used a different character for that. Someone who could have actually did it. Now, my final 2 cons, and then I'm done. My next con, eliminating Courtney early on in the season. This shit pissed me off. Every time I watch the episode, I just feel like, what? Why the fuck is Courtney getting voted off? Courtney is one of the most valuable players that they fucking have, and they eliminate her. This, I would say, next to Action, this probably was the farthest Courtney ever went in the game. But Action was the farthest. I think she was like, she was in the top 4 in Action, and then she got eliminated. Her and Owen were both eliminated. But in World Tour, she was eliminated in the very episode because she helped cheat. And I just felt like Courtney get eliminated just didn't sit well with me. And then to have Duncan get eliminated in the very next episode was just lame. Courtney and Duncan would have been more interesting Final Fours than Sierra and Cody. Which goes into my con number 6. Sierra and Cody making the fucking merge. Who the fuck idea was this? Who? The writers need to tell me why they decided to make Sierra and Cody be in the final four with Heather and Alejandro. This was just so dumb. Dumb. Who the hell likes Sierra and who likes Cody? Why were they considered for the final four? This was just so dumb. And then Sierra was booted out of the season without a real elimination, without a real elimination because she blew up the jet. And I think Cody, I think I don't even know how Cody got booted out. I can't remember, but I thought that was just a waste of a final four. That was just a waste of a final four to me. So that's how I feel about season three. Looks how I said it. Looks like I had a lot of things I didn't like about the season, things I really liked, but it's not true. Whether you guys want to believe it or not, I really love this season. I really love it a lot. It's a really good season for total drama. I'm still finishing the other seasons. I want to tell you guys right now, I didn't finish season four because season four bored the hell out of me, so I'm not finishing it at all. So don't confuse me to finish Revenge of the Island because I'm not finishing it. If I do finish it, I'm gonna be glimpsing through the episodes to see who won it. But as for watching a full episode, I can't. Um, I can't. I just can't watch it. So I'm gonna watch the other season, Pawtucket Island, and then Redunculous Race, and then I'm gonna give you guys my official ranking for the whole show. As anyways, thanks for listening to me. I didn't tell have this video be this long, but it is what it is. And see you guys next time.